Hello again. This is Mike from SADT. I hope you guys had a lovely Christmas, and I hope you're looking forward to the new year. It seems like there's going to be a lot of exciting things on the horizon coming up, and this is going to be a little short video about the three types of criminals. It goes along with the other one about the three types of home invaders. Um, Home invaders are criminals, but they're specialized criminals. They do things a lot different than just any criminal. They are a little bolder than a lot of criminals because whenever you come in somebody's home, you possibly might meet somebody in there. So generally, that's a different level of criminal. But there are crossover between all criminals, and those are things that you have to think about when preparing for criminals and criminal elements and the mindset of a criminal. That's what we're really focusing on, the mindset, not any particular act, but the mindset that either leads someone to commit a crime or the type of person that might consider doing a crime when the all the three parameters meet up. Um, First, you have the idiot criminal, and that's the criminal that predominates, the criminal element that you'll find on the streets today. Many times, these are people who are not only substance abusers, these are heavy substance abusers who might be under the influence even while uh, taking part in crime. And under the influence could mean many things. It could mean that the person is impaired by a narcotic or alcohol at the time that they're committing the crime. But it could also mean that the drugs themselves and the uh, detoxification, stress, and shock that they face when they're going through withdrawal symptoms have overcome their ability to reason and manage their moods and temperament and whatnot. And so what happens is kind of like an explosion of feelings and sensations and actions that sometimes are outside of their ability to control fully. And that can lead a person to do idiot crimes when they can't get away. Sometimes it can be as simple as a crime as indecent exposure. Many of you have seen it where someone just freaks out on a street and starts stripping their clothes off and doing things that you wouldn't think people would normally do. Well, this is one of the uh, manifestations of this symptomology that I'm referring to in this video, in this first level, the idiot criminal. They might try to snatch a purse because they're in withdrawal. They might do it because they're hungry. They might do it because they just see someone that they think they can get away with it, but they don't have a plan. They just randomly do whatever. It could be a policeman that they're grabbing something from, but they're not thinking. They're just acting. So that's the first and easiest type to deal with. And even though they can be very uh, threatening and very powerful and very dangerous, most of the time they have no idea of getting in and getting out. They get in, but they don't know how they're going to get out of it. And so many times these people are caught within uh, one 1 minute to 24 hours while they're committing the crime. The next type of criminal is a little bit more dangerous, and a lot of times these are the people who commit most of the violent crimes and acts where people end up getting um, hurt, killed, raped, uh, taken hostage. Uh, they probably have, I would say, a uh, 60-40% chance of being successful uh, from, I would say, uh, 1 week to 6 months. They're going to get away. They're going to get away. You're not going to be able to catch them. Maybe the police or evidence will lead back to them, but they're going to, most of the time, they're going to be successful with their crime. They're used to it. They've been doing it for a while, and they're going into it with a plan. They commit crimes on a random basis, but they have a quick, short-term plan that they thought of right now of how they're going to get in, commit the crime, and get out of there. So these people are a little more detailed, more dangerous, and more capable of getting away. You must always be watching for that person is watching you, making sure that they don't get the drop on you, and making sure that you look like a hardened target instead of like a pushover, like a easy uh, uh, take where they can just or a soft touch, someone that they can easily manipulate and take advantage of. A lot of times these people are con men, they are muggers, they are purse snatchers, they are carjackers, they're all of these type of things. They're car thieves, they're bag snatchers, they do all this type of stuff. They're pickpockets, they're shoplifters. These are the majority of the criminals out there. And like I said, they have a 60-40% chance of getting away with their crime, at least between 1 week and 6 months. And so your chances of stopping them diminishes rapidly once they find out that you're not watching them and you're not paying attention to your surroundings. You always have to have your eyes on what's going on around you. You don't want to be walking around like, as we say in law enforcement and military, that your head is on a swivel or anything. You don't want to be looking crazy walking down the street, always on 10. But what you do want to do is have that air of superiority, that air of authoritarianism, where people are not going to challenge you and they feel like you are in control. If you have that air about you, then the chances that you're being attacked and not someone else rises dramatically. The last type of person is the professional. Now that person, that's the Jack the Ripper class of criminal. That's the person who makes long-term plans to do attacks. Those are the people who are psychotic, who are antisocial, who spend hours and weeks and days planning out crimes. A lot of these people study law enforcement. Many of them may have wanted to be law enforcement. Some of them watch Cops and 48 Hours and uh, uh, FBI Most Wanted. They're always involved in that type of thing. They are stealthy, they're cunning, they're conniving. They will follow you. They will check your mailbox. They will walk around your house, surveil it. They might even get an apartment next door to you. They might have been following you for a year. It could be somebody you know. It's that person that you would least expect. That's the person who'll get away clean with a crime if you're not careful. So what you have to do is you have to know the people who you're around, who you allow into your life. You have to be prepared for strange situations. If you keep running into the same person over and over again at intersections, in stores, they just keep bumping into you, trying to establish contact with you. They're bringing you things that they say was delivered to their mailbox by mistake. You met them in the store 6 months ago, and now they live in an apartment across from you. Things like that. They're on a bus with you, and then uh, every day after that, they're in the same on the same bus that you get on every day. They seem to just be at the same bus at the same time that you happen to be on, or a train or something. They get a job working at the same place where you work, or they work at the same place, but they seem to always be staying late if you're staying late. They're in the elevator when you get in the elevator. What you're doing is you're missing the few minutes right before this occurs, that they actually were standing there waiting for the elevator, and you don't know how long they were standing there. They might have been standing there for 5 minutes waiting for you to come, because they've monitored and watched your patterns every day for a certain period of time, so they know you always go to lunch between 12 and 12:30. So they're standing there in the lobby or something waiting for you, so that they can meet up with you when you're getting ready to go on that lunch break. Now, the way that you find out about these things is that uh, opportunistic stranger who always happens to be there to help you, to get you out of a jam, like your car stops. Maybe your car stopped because they did something to it, and they know how to fix it right away because they are the ones who did something to the car in the first place. They're there when you need help. They're there when your loved one can't be there. They're always around. They're always helpful. They always have a smiling face until that day when they intend to carry out that act. So anybody who randomly appears all the time, don't always think that it's random. When you have something and it's too many coincidences, believe it when you see it. That type of coincidence just doesn't happen. That person is planning to be where you are. They want to isolate you. They want to know everything, your routines. It's like a stalker who intends to carry out some action. Now, these things can be, they're following you because they want to rob you. They case out your home for weeks and months to find out when you're going on vacation. They're watching your Facebook page. Maybe you told your friends that you're going on vacation and you're going to leave your home being watched by your friend or whatever. Be careful of what you say online, and be careful what you tell your friends. In security, law enforcement, military, and intelligence, there's something called OPSEC. OPSEC is when you have operation security. In other words, you don't want everybody knowing everything about what you're doing, where you're going to be, where you live, all these things. Be careful about your mail. Grab your mail out of the mailbox, even if it's junk mail. It's got too much information on it. Don't leave a lot of information in your car, because if someone gets in your car, they can gather up information. Be careful what you throw in the garbage, because that information can be turned on you as well. So the whole thing is about mindset of the criminal, but also your mindset. Are you thinking about how you're going to stay safe and how you're going to keep your family safe? Are you keeping your paperwork? Do you know what operation security is? Do you have good OPSEC? If not, develop good OPSEC tonight. Get with your family. Make sure you're not putting too much information out there. Watch who you share that information with. Look for that opportunistic person who seems to always be in a convergent path where you keep bumping into that same person. If you're doing that over and over with this person, maybe this person has a fixation on you, and maybe that fixation is a sick fixation. I hope that you got something from this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot more videos on um, uh, strategic awareness, defensive tactics. We're also going to be covering prepping. We have another video that's coming up fresh and new about all this Q-anon and all these different things, WikiLeaks this and WikiLeaks that. Um, if you check my videos from the past, many months ago, I was telling you about what's going to happen now, long before all of these people start telling you what's going to happen. I have connections, but I can't tell you exactly who all these people are that I get information from and all the sources I get information. But what I can tell you is when I tell you something, it's not going to be coded in a way where it could go either way. That's what uh, mind readers and stuff do. They throw out, and astrologists, they throw out something that no matter what way you look at it, it's going to be something that you can subjectively think of as, wow, they knew that. But the truth of the matter is they're not telling you anything. They're not telling you anything about anything that's going to happen. They're throwing out a group of random possibilities that you fill in the blanks to when the information comes available. If that's what you want, then continue to watch them. If you want good information from good sources, from people who are actually involved in doing the work, then look at my channel. Come here, sign up, get your friends to sign up, and support us on this channel. This is SADT signing off, and you know what to do. So do it.